What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge today. Now, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and we can talk about all the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And today fits all of that and the so much more. And I'm excited about today. But hey, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that we're glad to have you here. We're so glad that you've chosen to join us today. And we'd love for you to subscribe. We'd love for you to be a part of this growing community of nerds that is just taking over the internet. We're taking over the world as it is of the nerd community. And so we would love to have you be a part of that. So please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know when we put out new videos, because we're constantly putting out new content and doing cool new things. Now, today is a very special day for me, because my guest today is someone that has been a friend of the channel for quite a while and is actually someone who really has helped our channel in a huge way. And I've wanted to talk to him for a long time. I've wanted to bring him on and introduce him to you. You guys may see him every once in a while in the chats and things like that. And I'm just really glad that he's joined us today. And so you guys know we do these interviews every once in a while. And I thought, man, if I was going to do an interview of somebody, who better to do an interview except for this guy, Magnus Edlund. And he's really great. He's got, his company is Speedokaggen. You guys may recognize that name from the chat and stuff. And he's got his own channel. He's got his own things. We're going to get into exactly what he does and how he does it. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me to the lounge for the first time, Magnus. Magnus, welcome to the lounge, man.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, Magnus, it's funny because you know, this is your first time, but I feel like you've been a part of us for quite a while now. It's not like you've been around.
Yeah. I actually don't know when I started, to watch your videos, but it was like almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah. And you've been a great support, and we're going to get into some of that. But first of all, Magnus, tell everybody where you're from.
Yeah, my name is Magnus Edlund, and I live in Sweden, and I come from Sweden. So that is why I'm talking like this. And I live in a town called Örnsköldsvik. And if I translate that to English, it's Eagle Shields Bay. So it's a quite cool name for a city. And I live here in my apartment with my 2 cats, Hedvig and Leia. You can see her up here somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah, somewhere there. And with my girlfriend, Ronja.
Cool.
Yeah.
So some of you guys may be wondering, like, well, okay, so this is Edlund or Magnus, I'm sorry. And so, like, why are we interviewing? Well, Magnus is first of all involved in a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of cool stuff that I know that you guys love. Now, Magnus, you worked on Star Wars Theory's Shards of the Past. You're a graphic designer. You're a filmmaker. You do so. Tell us a little bit about the stuff that you do.
Yeah, I actually have a normal job. So during the days, I work as a process operator and a truck driver. But during the evenings and weekends, I work as a VFX artist and a filmmaker. So I do a lot of VFX for my own fan films and short films for YouTube, but also for other people like Star Wars Theory and other people as well.
Yeah, well, so you and we'll get into the Star Wars Theory stuff and the different things that you've done, and then also Magnus has a fan film that he's getting ready to drop here soon, his own Star Wars fan film that combines Star Wars and Pokemon. And I'm really interested in that. We've got an exclusive little sneak peek at that Magnus is sharing with us, and so I'm excited to take a look at that. And then my family actually has to do a trailer reaction for the trailer that it is. But one of the things that I love about Magnus that Magnus did for us was after he found our channel. You guys all know, of course, this logo right here, the Poindexter Lounge logo, and the intros, and I get so many comments, Magnus, from people who are like, man, your intro is so cool, like that intro just looks really cool with the way that the logo flies in and does it, and then the outro and all that stuff. That's Magnus, folks. Magnus contacted me and said, "Hey, I really like your channel. I'd be interested in doing some logo work for you and stuff." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so he made this stuff. And first of all, I just publicly, I mean, I know I've thanked you before, but publicly, man, just in this video, I just want to start it off by saying I am so grateful to you.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
For what you did for us, because it really helped give us an identity, like a logo that people could see, that they knew who it was, they knew it was us. And I did tell you that it's kind of ironic because we just kind of switched up some logos and stuff, but we were just talking about some other things that Magnus can do with us and stuff. But we're keeping some of this stuff too, because I love this logo. I love the stuff that you did, and I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, for my family, I just really appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that you made that stuff for us. And like I said, it really gave us an identity and made us look like we knew what we were doing.
You know, I don't know what I'm doing as well, but yeah, sometimes it's working.
Yeah. So okay, so let's jump into this a little bit. So you make short films, you make videos. Obviously, you're a graphic artist. You're into making, you know, VX, you know, effects, shots, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How did you get into that? I mean, obviously, you said you got, you know, your full-time job. I've got my full-time job. You know, all that stuff. We do those things, but then we have our things that we're passionate about that we really
exactly.
How did you get into into that world of making films and VX stuff and
you know, first of all, you know, we just created short films, me and my brother. And my dad had bought a computer, and with the computer was a webcam. So we started everything just with a webcam. And, you know, the thing was, we had a webcam, you know, up on the screen, and we didn't did any cuts or anything. We just put it up there, and then we was just, you know, running away in the room and stuff like that. And my brother, he was like dressed up as a monster, and I was a monster hunter or something like that. So we was just, you know, running around. And then one day we did, you know, our first visual effects. So what we did was we shot Andreas, you know, with this webcam. It's the quality was really bad, but, you know, still it was really fun. So we shot Andreas, my brother, you know, with the webcam. He was in frame, and I don't remember what he was doing, but something. And then we shot, you know, the same thing again, but with Andreas, my brother, not in frame. And then, you know, in a software called Movie Maker, we took, you know, these two layers. So we had like the background layer with not Andreas in it. Then we took the layer above with Andreas in it. Then we took like the layer, the shot with Andreas, and we took down the opacity 50%. And when you do like that, it looks like, you know, you can see through him. See, he looks like a ghost, and I was like running around, and that was so fun. And I was like, when I saw that, you know, effect the first time, I was like, Andreas, we are going to Hollywood. Because I thought it was so cool, but I don't have the footage, you know, left, but it was so cool. So that was, you know, where we started with this, and I thought it was so cool. But then we did, you know, a few short films without any effect, you know, whatsoever. But then we did like a bigger movie, and, you know, I think it's just so cool with visual effects and stuff like that. So that's why I, you know, started with, you know, visual effects and stuff like that, because it was cool. But, you know, then when we started with our more, you know, serious short films with, you know, 3D models and stuff like that, it was mainly because it was only me and Andreas who created these short films, you know, since we were little until now. So I only had one actor, and it was Andreas, my brother. So we were like, how can we make an interesting story with one person? So that's why we like created these Pokemons and stuff like that, so he can like interact with those. So that's how we like started with these, you know, Pokemons and robots and stuff like that. Just because it's hard to make a short film just one person, and it's so cool with, you know, robots and Pokemons and.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you start adding all those things, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to me how I know a lot of people who have gotten into making short films and things like that, and it's always interesting to me because there are people who like they get into it and they seem, we live in a world now where it's like you can have the entire world at your fingertips. It's like the best effects stuff and best programs and everything to use. Like you can have all that stuff right off the start, but it's always cool to me to hear people talk about how they started off with something simple and like that was something that got them interested in it and they had to make stuff work, like you're talking about, like you just layered the couple of videos and then brought down the opacity so it created that effect and that inspired you then to want to do other things and learn other things, and you kind of make what you have work until until you have the ability to do other things. And I know people ask me for the longest time that I actually know a guy who teased me all the time about the fact that like with the Poindexter Lounge, like I didn't set out, Magnus to make a channel, or like for the channel to be something. We just started doing these, silly reviews and stuff like that, and I set up my phone, and we just sat up the phone and I used like iMovie and did our thing and that was all good, because that was all we needed, that was just what we did. And it's always interesting to me because like I think about like George Lucas and the story of Star Wars and everything, of how they didn't have all the special effects stuff at their fingertips. They had to make stuff. They had to create the stuff as they were going, and you really see that passion come out in those films because they literally had to create the stuff going forward. And it's cool to hear you talk about how you started like that and
exactly. And like when we had the webcam, we only shot it like this one angle. But then we wanted to expand it and make it bigger. So what we did was we took the webcam and then we turn it around so we can shoot like in a different room as well. Then we had like space we could run around. And then after that we wanted to expand it even more and make it even bigger. So then we took the computer and we just dragged it all the way to the window. So all the the cables were like really.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then so we put it outside the window, so then we could shoot outside.
Oh man!
So we took these small steps, and then we bought the camera, so then we could do even bigger things.
Yeah. That's fabulous, man. I don't feel so bad then now. Every time I try to make something stretch or work and like I accidentally like pull a cable and pull something off the desk and I'm like, oh no, like I think I ruined everything. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So how long have you been doing this now?
I actually don't know when we started, but I was maybe around, I have no idea, 10 years old, 10 to 12 maybe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
My brother is 2 years older than me.
Okay.
2 years older than me. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So you've done some short films, you've done some stuff like that, basically kind of honing your craft this whole time. So I have to ask, I mean, obviously, the biggest thing you've ever done is our intro. That's
of course.
Yeah, I mean that's that's when you really hit the big time.
Yeah.
But you were a part of and I'd love to hear about any other films that you've done. So I mean, like how many films have you done? Maybe these short films and these things. How many of these things have you done? Yeah, your own. Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't know. Maybe 10 myself, including the ones I did when I was I don't know, 20 years old, or not 20, but 17 years old and stuff like that. But now we have done this series, a show on YouTube where we focus on in real life universes and stuff like that, like Pokemon, and now Pokemon and Star Wars. And we have also done Mega Man and Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario and stuff like that. And I think we have created 8 episodes now. And so this is the 9th episode.
Okay.
But yeah, I did some other stuff as well. A short film called I don't remember now. Santa Strikes Again or something like that in
Okay.
like high school. But like the main thing on my channel is the the in real life series. And we started with the first episode, and it was only supposed to be one episode, not like 2, 3, or 4, or 10. And I had this really cool idea that in our world, our animals are our Pokemon. So the first episode, it's not that good now because it's 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make like Pokemon in real life. So we had like the Pokemon that we were like fighting with was 2 cats, and then we had like a squirrel who was on fire. I made some effects, and we had a horse and like a tiger and stuff like that. So that was the idea, and then I had like a cliffhanger at the end. But like I said, I was never supposed to make more episodes, but people wanted more. I get a lot of hate because I didn't use real Pokemons. I used animals, of course. And here's also a really interesting thing, because I did this 7 years ago, and people didn't like I used animals instead of Pokemon. But then 2 or 3 years later, I think it was Smosh. It's a really big YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, they have like 50 million subscribers.
Yeah, just a small little upstart channel. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and they did like a video, and then they had like cats, and they Pokemon and stuff like that, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's so cool idea! Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Everyone was like that. But in my video, they hated it. And I mean, if you're big, if you're big on YouTube, you get like likes just because you're big, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so but some people liked it. So then we created episode 2, and people was more impressed by the second episode. So then we did the third and fourth, and so on.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I know we're watching some of this Pokemon in real life video here, and
as you can see here, this was 7 years ago, like I said, and for 7 years ago, this effects was cool and good. But I get comments like today that the effects are, real bad and stuff like that. But,
welcome to YouTube. Welcome to YouTube, exactly. Right?
Okay, you have to look how old it is, and look at the content I created now. You develop, and people don't see that it's just like the effects are really bad, and then it click away.
Yeah. So, no, I get it, man. I get it. There's every once in a while I'll get that's cool. I kind of dig that, though. I mean, I still get comments on videos sometimes that are years old. Like maybe a theory, that I had on, a TV show, or, like a take on something, like, and now we know something about it that we didn't know back then, or whatever. And it always cracks me up. It's like, hey, take a couple of minutes and look at when this video came out,
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a cool idea, though. I mean, it's a cool it's a cool concept for sure. That's cool. So basically, look there. There's a young Magnus right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So you've done stuff like this. Oh my goodness, you're getting electrocuted there. Some crazy electric cat right there. Nice. I see what you're doing there. I see. I like stuff like this, that it shows me like you experimented with different things, learning more and more as you were creating. And I think I think that's the biggest thing. I know, a lot of the stuff that I've learned over the years, just being able to create something and needing to create something and trying to figure out how to get that to work.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So you've been doing stuff like this. Now you've done stuff for other people as well. So how many different projects do you think that you've worked on for other people?
Like 5 or so, including yours. So I have been working with, the biggest one is Star Wars Theory.
Mm-hmm.
of course, when his Vader fan film, and I have also been working with a guy called Blairim. I can't pronounce his last name, but Blairim. He did a short film called The Fusion, and they were going to show it at Cannes Film Festival, but because of the corona and everything, it didn't happen. And the main what do you call it, actor in that short film is Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother. So that was really cool. I'm sitting here at home, and I'm like working with Eric Roberts on my computer, so that was really cool.
That's cool.
So that's the two biggest projects I have been working on. And I also got another job opportunity, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, but I said no thank you, because I wanted to finish my fan film, because I've been working for that one, the Star Wars Pokemon Awakens, for I don't know, 2.5 years now, I think it is. So that's a really long time. But quick and easy leads to the dark side. So, and we don't want that. So
there you go. So we're gonna talk about that, and because I want people to see this thing and see what you're working on real quick, because I know that people are going to be interested in this, and that is so one of the biggest fan films to hit YouTube in the last few years was Star Wars Theory's Vader Shards of the Past. I mean, that it blew up. People just absolutely loved it. We did a trailer reaction to it. Then later there was some controversy, with the copyright situation with it, and we defended Star Wars Theory on that, and everything. Now, how did you come to work on that film? How did you get discovered for that film?
Okay, so it was like this. Star Wars Theory, I had followed him for not long at all, just a few weeks, and then he announced he was going to make the Vader fan film, and he was uploading, like, do you want to be part of the fan film? And we need actors for Vader and voice for Vader and a lot of stuff like that. But he never talked about the effects. And then one day he uploaded a video, and he was like, I have reached out to 3 companies that is going to, one of them is going to make the VFX for, the fan film. And then he played, I don't know, 3 clips, and there were, 3 different companies who had made the effects for those clips. It was like the lightsaber and force lightning and stuff like that. And when I saw that, I was like, I think I can do better than that, because it wasn't super impressive. So I contacted him, and I was like, or I typed or write the comment, and I was like, I think I can do better than these companies. And I get a lot of likes on that comments, and Star Wars Theory made a heart around the comment. So I reached out to him. I sent him an email with a show reel, and I was explaining stuff and things like that. And he was like, I want to hire you. And I was like, cool. And then, a few days later, he uploaded that video on his channel, and I didn't, expect him to upload, my introduction video of myself and, the effects and stuff like that. But, he uploaded the whole video. So that was fun, because I get many nice comments on that video, or on his video, but I was in it. So that was awesome. Really, really, really good. So that's how I, talked to him the first time. But then it was still, I don't know, a few months, or maybe 1 month, until they were going to shoot the Vader fan film. So I did some small jobs for him, during that month before the production. It was like his intro, his outro, and there was some T-shirts, intro things he did, and small stuff like that. And then we come to the Vader fan film, and then I worked with that one.
So we're watching some of this stuff right now. So tell everybody watching at home some of the things that you did for this film. What are some of your parts?
Yeah, of course. I had a lead to the visual effects role. So I did in the first scene, the one we see now, I did I think almost all the shots with Vader's lightsaber. So every time you see Vader when he is, his lightsaber is ignite, I have created those. So the lightsaber and the sparks you can see on the wall when the blaster bolt is like hitting the wall, and the bullet holes in the wall, and the smoke and the embers, and all of that stuff in the first scene. And as you can see now on screen, the fire up on the. Yeah, I did that one as well. And you can see in this one as well, the marks on the wall. I have done those as well.
Okay, it's funny, man. It's funny, Magnus, because I think there's a lot of things that like we as the viewer we take for granted, like that we don't realize that like this or that is an effect.
Oh, exactly.
Like you said, like just like even marks on the wall. Like I'm going to go back here a little bit and so we can see actually some more of this maybe. But yeah, it's like we'll take it for granted because we're watching something and just think, oh, well, that was just a wall and that was just a mark on the wall or whatever. But here, it's an actual effect that you've done, and
exactly.
That's
and
amazing.
The thing is also, when I saw the rough cut, I was like this, oh no, what is this? Because when you see it without color grading, without any effects, without, the sound, and, all the voices was Danny Ramirez, and I will talk about him more, or I want to talk about him more now, but yeah. But when you see everything, when it's not finished, it doesn't look good, and it's not supposed to look good. And if the rough cut looks good, then something is wrong.
Gotcha.
So in some shots, the set, like the walls behind, they were like, not high enough. So we had to like extend them in, the post-production, because otherwise you saw, the lights and things up on the roof and stuff like that. So in my shots, when I saw that, I just extended, the wall on the back, so you didn't see that. So like you said, there's so much effects you don't see in this short film that we have actually done. And I think that is really important when it comes to visual effects. And that's the cool thing with visual effects, when there are effects, but you can't see it is an effect.
Yeah. No, that's I think, and that's part of what makes movie magic kind of the way that it is, is that you don't realize, like you said, what's the effect, what's not the effect, and that's what makes it cool, because if you can tell, then it's not as cool. But if you, like you said, you're putting all this stuff together and it's just stuff that we're taking for granted as the viewer, like I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword, because on the one hand it shows that like you're really good at what you do, right? It shows that you're accomplishing. On the other hand, it's like we may not, as the viewer, recognize just how good you are, because we're not able to see, and understand what some of those things are. But I know, man, this film is great. So when you contacted me and you were like, hey, I really like your channel, like, and you're like, hey, I worked on this and that and stuff, I was like, whoa, man, this guy's legit. This guy worked on Shards of the Past, man. This guy's legit. Like, because I get a lot of people who will sometimes reach out to me and say, hey, can we do something for you? Can we design something for you or whatever? And I've gotten a lot of people who said that stuff, and it's like you get something from them, and I mean, look, no offense against everybody's got to start somewhere, right? But I worked in the printing industry for 18 years, and so even though I wasn't a graphic artist, I've worked with graphic artists, and I picked up a couple little things here and there, along the way. But I'm nowhere near like where other people are, but I've got an eye for it, and I know what looks good, and it's funny because people will send me stuff, and it's like I can tell like their heart's in the right place. Maybe they created it, in I've gotten people who sent me stuff that they created something in like Microsoft Word, or Paint or something like that, and it's like, hey, that's great, like I really appreciate that, but it's like those are things that like I could do if I really wanted to, I mean, like I could probably do better than that, because I've got Photoshop and but I just I really appreciate people who've got a really good eye for graphics, for
Yeah.
things like this, and just looking at your work on this, and then with what you sent me of what we've used now for, man, yeah, I guess it's going on almost 3 years, man. Of some of the logos that you sent us and stuff. I mean, I really appreciate that, because I think it looks great. And and like I said, I probably need to send you a t-shirt, because it's your work. Like I need to send you a t-shirt of your own graphic there. But
okay, yeah, cool.
yeah, man, I have to send you something, because I never really even thought of that. Like, I was like, I should probably send him something like that. But no, I think you do great. I think you do great work. So now we've set all that up. So you've got this this history. You started making these films. You started building up your credibility, as it were. You did the Vader Shards of the Past thing. Obviously your biggest thing. You've designed stuff for the Poindexter Lounge. So now you've made it. You're doing this, but you got this passion project that you've been working on, and this thing that's been taking you some time. So tell us a little bit about your Pokemon series, your Star Wars, and the rise of or was it the Pokemon Awakens? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just want to go back to Star Wars Theory's Vader Shards of the Past.
Sure.
Just really quick, because I think Star Wars Theory has said this many times, but Danny Ramirez, the director, he did a super huge job with all this. And I don't know, he and Star Wars Theory, they was working together. But when I was creating all my effects and everything, Star Wars Theory, he was like, no, don't talk to me. I don't want to, hear it. Talk to Danny. so that's the thing. So I only spoke to Danny, the director, when I did everything.
Okay.
And he decided everything, And I think some people get that wrong, that Star Wars Theory did everything, not everything by himself, but, decided everything. But, Dan Ramirez, he did like the decisions, and he was like, no, I want the lightsabers to be a bit longer, or I don't know. So he decided all of that. It was not like Star Wars Theory, but I guess they talked to each other a lot. But during this process and this project, I almost only talked to Danny.
Wow.
And all visual effects artists did that. And I don't think so many know that. So Danny, I think he needs to, be more, promoted, or
sure.
I don't know how to say, but I think you understand.
No, yeah, that makes total sense, because again, that's part of making films, right? And so we see it as Star Wars Theory, because he's the one who's promoting it. He's the one who, who's kind of putting the money up and everything. But yeah, I mean, like, you don't even think about that he has a director. He's got other people making this stuff, and that's a great point. So yeah, hey, kudos to Danny, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Kudos to Danny. I mean, great job. And because I think all around, everybody has concluded that, look, Vader Shards of the Past has become, if not the standard for which we judge now a lot of these fan films. And there's been a lot of great fan films. I mean, I've had the pleasure of being on set at a fan film. Some people here not too far from me made a fan film called The Blood Crystal.
Yeah.
And it was actually over 3 parts, and we got to go be on the set and interview them. And I mean, that was just a ton of fun, and to be able to see those physical sets and see Star Wars stuff like around you was just so cool, and everything. And I love the outcome. It's, but yeah, I mean, this Shards of the Past film has kind of become the benchmark, the movie that everybody kind of looks up to and says, hey, that's what a Star Wars film, like, if you put money in behind it, and you really have, the resources and everything, this is what you can do and make it look really good. And it's got a great story. That's the other thing too, is everything starts with story, right? So if you have a good story, if you have good people working on it. Like you said, you got Danny, you got people like yourself, you know, doing the effects. You got all those pieces have to come together for it to be that good. And I think that was one of the disappointing things. Like once people saw it and they were super excited about it, and then to hear that, you know, Star Wars Theory was given so much kind of flack for just trying to make this fan film and wasn't able to really garner that, you know, to be able to raise funds for the second one, you know, in a public way and those kind of things. You know, I mean, it sounds like they're overcoming a lot of those obstacles, which is good. And I'm really glad about that. But yeah, I think for a lot of fans, it was kind of disappointing because it was like, no, we want more of this. We know, we want to see more of this. This is good stuff. And so, so I guess real quick before we move on to your stuff, I know that they are trying to work on a part 2. Are you involved at all in any of that?
No, the thing is, you know, with the teaser they have made and the trailer they are going to create, it's going to be 100% 3D or like computer generated images.
Okay.
You know? I think I can say that. Yeah, I can say that. But I can
we can edit it out if that. Yeah.
He has said that 1,000 times. But so I was like the 2D guy. I did the 2D effects, not the 3D effects.
Okay.
And I still don't understand why they have to do everything in 3D. I don't think that's the right way to go because they want something realistic and you can't make anything more realistic than shoot it. But that's up to them. So they do everything in 3D and I'm not as skilled, or they don't think I am that skilled, or some of them. So they are working on that one. And when like they are going to shoot the actual you know, episode 2, then I don't know if I'm going to be there. But Star Wars Theory, he has, you know, said to me, you're always welcome to work with us. But the thing is, they are really skilled. And right now, I don't really understand which persons are working with the trailer, because sometimes in his like live streams and stuff, he's saying like, yeah, I have visual effects artists that have been working with Avengers and The Last Jedi and, you know, stuff like that. So they are like really, really skilled. And I am not that skilled. So if I will, you know, work with 3D and stuff like that and work with those guys, you know, that doesn't, you know, fit really. So, but we have to wait and see what's happened when they are going in the production for like the real episode 2.
Yeah, we'll keep being said, so yeah, you've had this passionate project that you've been wanting to get out, and so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like I told you before, we have this like in real life series, and it's all started, you know, like I said, you know, we used animals instead of Pokemon, and people get impressed. So then we created, you know, Pokemons and not animals, and then we continue this like in real life series. So it's my brother. I forcing him to act. So he has been visiting, you know, different, you know, universe, like
Nice.
You know, the Pokemons and the Sonic and all of that stuff. And in the recent episode, he caught the Pokemon Drowsy. It doesn't look the way he is looking now, but we had to remodel him because people didn't like the way he was looking. I love the way he was looking, but yeah, forget about that. So he caught that Pokemon, and he also in the, I think it was the Legend of Zelda episode, he found a Kyber crystal. So he has a Kyber crystal and a Drowsy. And then the episode previous to this one, the Pokemon Awakens, I did a motion comic. So a guy named Dimas did like a comic with my script. And then I did that to a motion comic. And in that comic, you can see how Drowsy, you know, turns to the dark side, I guess. And then stops with Drowsy and Kylo Ren are about to fight Andreas and his Pokemon. So there is where the place we were, you know, left. We left that there, and now this is, you know, coming after that events. So we start there.
Okay.
At that place.
Okay. So you've been working on this now for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2.5 years now
Wow,
or something like that.
wow.
But it's
But
even longer because I started to think about the script and everything, before the production, of course. And I also applied for like a small contribution from, I can guess you can call it like a film, not a film school, but like a film company here in my region.
mhm.
So I come up with a script and I contacted a guy named Dan Veu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Dan, and we together come up with this script, and I sent the script to them, to the film company or film school thing, and I had some concept arts and stuff like that. And I was like, "Can you like sponsor me so I can maybe make this short film?" And they was like, "Yeah, we can give you." They gave me $5,000 around that to
Wow.
create this short film. So that's like the budget. But after that, I have paid, I don't know, maybe $3,000 myself to
Mhm.
complete it, because I have had so many problems during this project. I have to like hire another guy for some of the animations and stuff like that, and it costs very much with visual effects, and
Yeah,
especially things really high quality like animations,
sure.
3D animations and stuff like that. So I think the budget is around $8,000 or something like that. Oh, that's so much when I say it like that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Hmm.
I applied for a contribution, and I got the contribution. So, and then I started the production, and the company, it's called Film Invest in Orland. So you can raise money for like fan films like this if they don't want any promotions or advertisement about their company or something like that. But you can't crowdfund and stuff like that. But the things I did is okay. But that company, they also borrowed me camera equipments and stuff like that, so I could
Wow.
get everything for free. I could just go and borrow them, the camera and the rig and everything from them. So I really appreciate that. So we shot this fan film on like a red epic with the helium sensors. It's like 8K resolution.
Hmm.
And my computer almost have died a few times when I edited it. But, so I have like make it to 4K instead of 8K, so my computer can handle it. But it's still really heavy for my computer. So that was really nice to borrow me things and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember the question, but I think
Well,
I answered it.
just kind of talk about like how you made the film. So I see. So this is your brother here. That
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
I love the fact that he's got the hat on that has the Speedokaggen logo on it. I love that. Gotta love that. Now I know like lightsabers have kind of become obviously as people have gotten into doing their own short films and stuff like that, and playing around with effects and everything. I think lightsabers is probably one of the first things that people started really, kind of toying around with. But look, so my thing is, and I've made no. I'm sitting in here in my office right now, and I got my own lightsabers here. I got a couple. I've got now, Magnus. I think I've got like something like 14 lightsabers. Like. Yeah, like I just got my Darth Revan. This one actually isn't even mine. This is my friend's Darth Vader lightsaber, because he came over to the house before COVID hit, and we had a big Star Wars day, watched a bunch of the movies and stuff, and so this one's his, but this one's mine that I made at Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, cool.
Because Tiffany and I made ours together at Galaxy's Edge, and so I'm trying to remember what color I got in here right now. Oh, it's white. That's right, it's white. Yeah,
Cool.
so I got all different crystals. But anyways, that being said, I think that's an effect that like a lot of people, have tried to learn and stuff. But I really like your lightsabers. I like the way that they look. Can you tell me, because this is just my own personal curiosity, right? Because I love lightsabers. Like, how do you go about making that lightsaber effect?
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy, and I have started to make the behind the scenes for my short film, and I talk about it for like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes how I created them.
Mhm.
And the thing is, first of all, we have lightsabers, just like yours, with a glowing, stick, or what do you call it. And we
Yeah.
bought them from Ultra Sabers. They were not good because when
Mhm.
we start to fight with them, they just they didn't shine, and the sounds were like rubbish, and I don't know. But anyways, so we had them, so they like illuminate the light to
Yeah.
actors. And then I created the lightsabers in a program called After Effects, Adobe After Effects.
Mhm.
And there is a really good plugin for that program. It's called Saber from a company called Video Copilot. And I used the same like settings when I did the lightsaber for Vader in Vader Shards past. And the thing is, that plugin is free, so you can use it for free, but you have to have After Effects.
Mhm.
And the thing is, just because it's free, so many people think it's like you can't use the Saber plugin, it's rubbish, blah blah blah. But they don't know what they are talking about. They're just trying to be cool because they want to like create the lightsaber from scratch and blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
if you are using that plugin, and I have made some tweaks to it and stuff like that, so it looks the way it looks now. But to be honest, for fan film like this, you don't need like an extremely accurate lightsaber as they look in the movies, because you can see it's a lightsaber and it doesn't add anything to the story if it looks 5% better in the final touches. So I mean, for fan film like this, I think that plugin, and it's really good, and it's really it's not time consuming, and it's good. It's really fast to create lightsaber with that effects. And for me, if I can create the lightsaber effect, twice as fast, or rather than making it myself, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I think that look, sometimes simple is better, and
Yeah,
and the thing is like, yeah, you can put a lot of time, like you said, into one thing, but especially when you're making a film like this, you have to divide your time wisely. And
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
what are you going to work on? Are you going to work on the things that are really important, or are you going to do? But saying that, even, man, I love this, and I find it interesting. And the reason why I ask is because I noticed that, like, with the Star Wars sequels, like if you watch all the behind the scenes stuff for um the original trilogy, for example, right? Like everything, obviously the first movie, they were trying to figure out how to even make a lightsaber. And so, they did all kinds of different things. There's all this, test
Yeah,
footage stuff with like pulls with like spinning stuff with like flash paper on it, and everything.
yeah,
They tried to, make that stuff. And then, but then by, the time you got to Empire Strikes Back, they're basically just metal sticks,
yeah,
that on the hilts, and so you see them fight, and like you can really see how the rigorous fighting that they went through, because
mm,
some of those behind the scene videos, the sticks are all bent up and everything, and those were metal sticks that they were
yeah,
hitting each other with. But I find it interesting too, because I've noticed, because then they went to like green screen type of sticks for like the
yeah,
prequels. So you had the saber, but it was green, and so they could put the effect in over it. So I get all that, but I found it interesting because I have yet to see anything mentioned, and maybe I just haven't seen the right documentary, but like I've watched all the documentaries, I thought, on like all my Blu-rays and stuff for the sequel trilogy, and like they
uh,
have not talked about when they changed over to this idea of using sabers, like you said, kind of similar, like mine,
yeah,
uh for that color, that you get that whatever the
yeah,
color
with the
is on
lighting.
the face, uh and I found that interesting because I haven't seen anything talking about that at all. And yet you could see that they did that, but yet they put in the effect over, the existing saber. And so yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. Having you here, like I felt like I needed to ask you that question, like to get a little bit of like info on that, because I just felt like I see all this behind the scenes stuff with them, and it's like they've got, like Kylo Ren's got a red lightsaber that he's fighting with, and it's just
Yeah,
weird because it's totally different than seeing the stuff from years ago, you know, when I was a kid, behind the scenes stuff. So it's cool to see that that you're kind of using the similar technique, because you get that glow, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you don't have to be in there, you know. So I like that. I dig that. So so you've got you brought me some exclusive footage. Now set up for me what this story is. How are you putting Star Wars and Pokemon together? How does that work? I know my kids are going to be super excited about it because my kids love Pokemon and my kids love Star Wars. So bring me into this universe of like how you're combining the two.
Okay, so basically, you know, my brother in this series, he's a Pokemon trainer, and he is going, you know, to these worlds like I said, Mario and Pokemon and stuff like that. And the thing with this episode, we were like, we want to make an episode with really much snow, because we don't have an episode with much snow. But you know, the progress during this whole, you know, short film and the pre-production, you know, it was so long, so the winter was, you know, gone when we started to shoot it. So we actually shot it in the summer, but you know, we started everything because we wanted so much snow, but we shot it in summer because, you know, in Empire Strikes Back there is like this planet, I don't remember the name, with much snow, you know, with the everything
on Hoth.
Yeah, exactly. So we were first talking about making something like that, but we didn't. So, but then we, you know, brought in, you know, the Pokemons and everything like that, because Drowsy, the Pokemon Drowsy, he's a psychic Pokemon, so he can, you know, use, you know, what do you call it, telekinesis, you know, when you, like Jedi's, they're using the Force, you know, to move things in there, and he can do the same with his, you know, Pokemon's abilities, the psychic abilities he has. So I thought that was really cool to have a Pokemon that have almost the same abilities as a Jedi and, you know, Sith and stuff like that. So I thought that was so cool with the reference between those two, because they have like the same abilities, but they're different things.
Well, that's cool. So well, that sounds interesting. I mean, because obviously, you know, people that they love Pokemon, and I'll be honest with you. So I was not a Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's been around forever, man. Like I don't even realize sometimes like how long because Pokemon was around when I was a kid. You know, it's kind of like one of those things that it's kind of stood the test of time. It's always had its following. It's kind of like Power Rangers in that aspect, because like I always forget that like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers has been around since I was a kid too, you know, but it's like it keeps recreating itself, it keeps reinventing itself, you know, and Pokemon just keeps doing that. It keeps presenting itself in new ways, new video games, new you know, formats. Obviously, you know, the Detective Pikachu movie came out last year, which I'll be honest, you know, it's funny, Magnus, because I knew my kids were gonna be really excited about, you know, Detective Pikachu, and we did our trailer reaction, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, we'll do a trailer reaction to it, you know, it'll be okay. And then honestly, like watching the trailer reaction, I was like, wow, this is great. Like I really like this. And so then we went to go see the movie, and it's like, I love the movie. I fell in love with the movie. I thought the movie was great. And I surprise my kids all the time because it's been around so long. It's like you pick up stuff that you don't even realize, you know, and so like, I know different Pokemon, and I know different, you know, things about it. My kids look at me and they're like, but you're not into Pokemon, Dad. Like, how do you even know that? And I'm just like, because it just is, man. It just is what it is. But so you brought us though some exclusive footage from the film. So ladies and gentlemen, so my family, you've got a trailer up, and I'll give the I will say this: you guys can find Magnus at Speedokaggen here on YouTube, and he's got all these videos that he's talking about are all on there, and I'll show that again real quick before we end. But you got a trailer up. I know you're working on another trailer, right? No, okay. I thought there was another trailer.
I have already one trailer up on my channel, and this is like the second one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this is the final trailer.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. We're gonna do my family. We're gonna do a trailer reaction to what's out there already. But I wanted to. But Magnus said, "Hey, I got some stuff that I want to show you," and so we have an exclusive. I love that. I love that we have an exclusive here, folks, for this. And so I'm gonna go ahead and share this right now, and we will take a look at this. Now, what's the film officially called again?
Star Wars: The Pokemon Awakens.
Star Wars: The Pokemon Awakens. All right, I love it. I think it's super cute, and I think that it's an interesting concept. So we're going to take a look right now at what Magnus has brought us. Here we go.
I can just say that Kylo Ren, his voice, we have the post progress voice for Kylo Ren, but in this clip it's just the voice actor who is talking, so we haven't applied that effect yet to this clip.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so here is this footage. Let's take a look right now.
Drowsy.
Yes, my master.
Now our true conquest begins. It is time you walk the shadows, embrace the darkness.
Oh, there it is.
From where did you discover this?
So,
oh my God, what a tease! What a tease! Oh my gosh, like I'm getting into it, like it's done. No, wow. Okay, so there's a lot there, man. So you got Kylo Ren, you got Drowsy, who is the Pokemon, and he's going to the dark side, and so there's this lightsaber. So is there something special about the lightsaber?
No, nothing special. It's really important for the story later, but it's not like Luke sabers or something.
Okay, because he's like, where did you find this? Like, you got my curiosity peaked. Now it's like what's going on there? So that's cool.
Yeah, you have to wait to see what Kylo is saying.
Oh my goodness! That is that's cool. Well, thanks for bringing that. So yeah, you guys, you need to check out Magnus's YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to the channel. I think you got a lot of cool stuff on there. Like you said, you're talking about just some of the videos that you have up there. Everything from your early stuff all the way, through stuff that you're doing now. And then, I tell you what, guys, you guys are going to want to be aware of this, because this guy's going places. This guy's got a lot of talent. He's obviously worked with some great people. I mean, he's worked with the Poindexter Lounge, so you know that he's good. All right. But I keep making that same stupid joke. But no, I mean, you got a lot of great stuff on here. You got like Legend of Zelda in real life, Pokemon Go in real life. Man, you just got I'm seeing like all this stuff here that you got, and I just think it's fabulous. Legend of Zelda again in real life. Mega Man in real life. Mega Man in real life. Yeah, you haven't really talked about Mega Man. So you're a big Mega Man fan?
I love Mega Man, especially Mega Man 3.
Okay.
The third game.
Yeah, man. Mega Man was I'm really excited because I just was able to I got a smart TV, and I have not been able to hook up my old Nintendo. My original NES system. I've not been able to hook it up to my big TV, and I finally found an adapter that actually works and actually up converts it. Like I bought up converters before and they didn't work, and so I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, man, you got a lot of great stuff on here. You got the Mega Man stuff, more Pokemon, Angry Birds in real life. I love that. That's awesome. That's cool. Go ahead.
The Angry Birds in real life video, I think that's the first video I did with 3D effects and 3D models and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I can also tell you, if you go up a bit in the you see the Pokemon Chimera of the Force to the left. It's like a cartoon picture. There you have it.
This one. Okay.
No, not that one.
Oh, not that one.
No, no.
Oh,
She has
okay.
to.
Chimera of the Force. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that one is the episode that takes place before this one. So if you're going to see like one episode before this Star Wars The Pokemon Awakens, this is the
Mhm.
one you want to watch, because
Okay.
this is lots with Rose and Andreas and Kylo Ren.
Gotcha. So we'll have to take a look at that, and so you guys are going to want to go here and watch this. Now, you got the YouTube channel. Do you have a website or any other place that people can find you, Magnus?
Now, Instagram, I have Speedokaggen, and also Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys go and subscribe to Speedokaggen. Go and check some of these videos out. So tell me really quick, what is Santa Strikes Back about?
It's we're talking Swedish in that one, so you will not understand anything. But
Okay.
it's basically two guys that is, I don't know how to explain it. Two guys are have done a robbery, and they think they are working for the I don't know what you call it, the Easter rabbit. Do you say that? I don't
The
know if you
Easter
have
Bunny.
that.
Okay, the
Yeah,
Easter Bunny. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are not working for the Easter Bunny. They're working for like the Halloween guy instead. And here, as you can see, the two robbers are talking to each other. And after a while, Santa is going to beat them.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And then it's like ending like, you are not getting any presents this year. And then,
Well, so look, we see that. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's a good film right there, man. When Santa shows up and starts kicking butt, ladies and gentlemen, that's when you know that that you got a good film on your hands. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. You guys are gonna have to go and check this stuff out. Subscribe to Speedokaggen. Leave some comments on his videos. Don't look at the old videos and say, "Hey, that looks old." Look at the old videos and go, "Hey, good job. We like where you're coming. We like where you're going." And I'm excited, man, to see what the future holds for Magnus and for the Speedokaggen brand name and just and all those things, man. I'm so glad that we were able to have you on and just kind of talk to you and get to know you a little bit better. You've been a huge supporter of the channel, like I said, and there's one thing that I say it's on this channel is like I always appreciate, because I never expect anything out of anybody. And so when somebody blesses the channel, if somebody, gives to the channel or supports the channel in some way, I'm always very humbled, because I feel like, wow, like people are connecting with something that I'm doing. And I think that probably goes for any artist. I'm sure you feel that connection when
of course.
when somebody makes a connection with what you're doing, and so I try to support people back, and I want people to be aware of good artists who are out there doing some positive things, having some fun, and making some good content. And even though you're in Sweden, like we talked about it, and I know there was there was some concerns about like language barrier, like, and you're just talking about the Santa thing and everything. But you know what? See, here's the thing, man. The internet's a great place, because I love the fact, Magnus, that you're sitting in Sweden right now, and here I am at my house, in my Star Wars room, and we're having a conversation about this stuff that we love. I think that's
insane.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I mean, you look at something like Star Wars, and Pokemon that can bring two people together from across the world.
Yeah.
And we can have a conversation, and that, my friend, is what the Poindexter Lounge is all about. That is when I call it, when I call people my nerd family, and I talk about how it's a place for nerds, that's what I mean. It's a place literally where we can get together and just talk about this stuff and have fun. And I'm glad, I'm thankful for what you've meant to our channel, and for what you've created for our channel. But then again, I'm thankful that maybe I have an opportunity to expose some people to your work that maybe, I'm sure everybody, the entire world is seeing your work now with, like Vader Shards of the Past and stuff like that. But but like that they know that it's you, and they know like what you've done, and they can look at your and view your personal stuff as well, and see that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So anything else before we close that maybe you got coming up or going, or like timeline when we can expect maybe to see the film come out?
I will release it this year, but I don't know like any date now. But it's not that much left. It's most the music and the sounds, and we have only one visual effect shot left, and we had like over 100 in the start, like 130, 40 maybe. So it's not that much left. So I will release it this year.
Awesome. Well, it's a good year to do it. I tell you what, it's a good year to release stuff for home release, for people to be able to watch content. So I wish you good luck, Magnus, and all that you're doing, and say hi to Grossi for us, and your brother. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you're working with your brother on this stuff, and that you're taking something that you guys did as kids. That's what's awesome, dude. That's what's awesome, is that you're literally taking something that started off, like you said, with you just with a webcam and just running around in front of a camera to now doing what you're doing there. And that's fantastic. I'm glad that you're still working with your brother, and how is it working with your brother on some of this stuff?
It's the best, to be honest. We are really good friends, and he's my best friend, of course. So it's awesome. And like the first 4 episodes in this series, I think it was only me and my brother on set, no one else, and it's only the two of us who has worked on those episodes. And now for this one, sometimes on set we were only 3 persons. It was me, Andreas, and my dad. So that's really interesting, because sometimes people think that we are like a huge team on set, and I have like a studio I go to every day, but it's not like that. Like I told you, like on set we were 3 people, and so sometimes Andreas, played Andreas, and then later he had to dress up like Kylo Ren and play Kylo Ren, and then sometimes we had like one shot, but the 2 of those was going to be in the same shot, so he had to like change the clothes back and forth, between them, and then in the computer I have to make those 2 shots into one shot. So there are so few people on set, but I think it's fun in that way, but it's really hard sometimes as well, and really time consuming.
Yeah, but that's cool that you've made it a family affair. I mean, that's what we do here, on the channel. There's so much that me and my family, we do together. But it brings us closer together. We literally just have fun doing this stuff together, and I'm glad that you're having fun with your brother and your dad, and your family, and able to put out good some good content, man. That's just absolutely great. All right, man. Well, hey, thank you for joining me today, Magnus. I'm really glad that we had this chance to talk, and hopefully we get to talk more. I know the time difference is a little crazy sometimes. Sometimes I'm doing one of my live streams at what's like 5, 6 in the morning my time, and you're like, hey, I'm up and I'm in my day and everything. It's like
exactly. Yeah.
Like I'm getting ready to I'm going to try to go to bed. So I'm glad we were able to make this work, and to talk about some of the stuff that we love. And like I said, I wish you lots of luck. And I hope that you have lots of success with your upcoming films, and then whatever projects you do after this, because I think I think that you do great work, and I'm really happy for you. Well, guys, that's Magnus. Go support him. You can find links to all of his stuff down in the comment section below. Well, the description below. You find links to his YouTube channel, and then his social media, and go show him some love, go show him some support, and tell him that you saw him here in the Poindexter Lounge, because this guy is going to blow up. He's going to do some awesome stuff, and I just know it. So guys, thanks for joining us. As always, just let me say, look, love what you love. Like, this is an inspiring story today that we've heard, just about a guy making films with his brother and just having fun. And now he's turned it into his passion. It's what he loves. He's making films. He's doing cool things. He's making stuff that literally millions of people have seen and have loved and experienced. And so, like I say, I always encourage you, always do what you love. You know, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, or that your nerddom doesn't matter, you know, or what you want to do is too silly. I mean, look, nothing is too silly. Like, look, yeah, we can throw Pokemon together with Star Wars and any other characters that we want and have fun with it. And that's the point. Have fun in life and enjoy what you do. And as long as you do that, you know, there'll always be a place here for you in the Poindexter Lounge. And me and Magnus will hang out with you. We think you're cool. We'll be your friend. So, guys, until next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with my good friend Magnus, saying stay nerdy and may the Force be with you. And find all the Pokemon you can, because you got to catch them all. Until next time. But don't let them turn to the dark side. Like, no, come on. Dark side Pokemon. That scares me. All right, man. Until next time. Bye-bye.